save up some time, I've already done my slip knot, and I've just wrapped some yarn on my finger like this. Okay, so we're going to cast on. So I'm going to put my needle and let go, put my needle, let go, put my needle, let go. I'm going to wrap again, put my needle in there, let go, put my needle, let go. Okay, so let me just quickly cast on more. I'll just fast forward this part. Okay, so the main thing about this method is how you hold your yarn. So for me, I just let my yarn hang on this finger, then I kind of like point it to the front. Right, so you let it hang on this finger, then you can put it inside your fingers like this. Okay, so this will be your retention. Right, so let's turn our thing. So that's the first stitch. Let's just release the first stitch of our needle, and we're going to put our needle from the front. Right, but now what we're going to do, so my finger is kind of like pointing to the front, and that's what's making my yarn tight. So now what you're going to do, you want to scoop. So at the beginning, I'm just going to use my finger to just put the yarn out, and what you want to do is just want to, I don't know if you guys can see, you just want to scoop it, you're picking the yarn with your knit. I don't know if it's okay, so it's, can you see, it's like this. So you're picking and you're coming out with it, then you let go. Okay, so sorry, at the beginning it's a little bit, it's very like clumsy to do it. Okay, so can you see? Now what you're going to do is simply picking the yarn and you let go. Sorry, the first row is like you fumble with it a lot. Okay, so insert from the front. Try to make it like wide. I don't know if you can see wide. Then you just make it wide. Then you pick and come up. Then you let go. Okay, so I promise you guys, it looks like, oh, you're like, oh my god, it looks like it takes even more time. It just takes time to get used to it. So you pick from the front. I'll suggest you make it your hole a little bit wide, then you pick from the front, then let go. Okay, all right, so I've just done one row here. I was fiddling with it a lot, so I was like, there is no way you guys will see what I'm doing with all the fiddling. Okay, so I'm in the second row. I'll show you what I did. So we're just going to release the first stitch onto our knit like this. Let us insert our hook in there, and we're just going to pick the yarn and come out. Sorry, the first one you guys didn't see it properly. Insert our hook, insert our knit, pick the yarn and come out. Insert our hook, pick the yarn and come out. Insert our hook, pick the yarn and come out. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm doing. You insert your hook from the front, pick yarn and come out. Okay, set your hook, pick yarn, come out, come out, come out. Okay, so that was what we do for the first row. Okay, so for the second row, we're going to continue with what we're doing. I'm just going to release the first stitch onto our needle. Okay, like that, and we continue. So from the front, you pick yarn, come up. From the front, pick yarn, come out with it. Poke, pick yarn, come out. Poke, pick yarn, come out. Poke, pick yarn, come out, poke, pick yarn, come out. Okay, let me try to do it slowly. So poke, so you've created like a poke, you've created like a circle, and you just sliding the yarn onto, maybe let me push it with my finger, then you come out with it like that. Poke. Okay, let me show you with my finger. Poke, maybe push the yarn a little bit, then you grab it and come up with it. Poke, let me show you with my finger. Let me push the yarn, grab it and come up. So poke like that until we get to the end. Okay, so you will continue doing that, and that is the continental knitting. So this is way faster than the ordinary English knitting. Okay, let's release that. Okay, poke, see, so it moves very fast. The main issue is with holding your yarn. That's why I said, like, if you're a crocheter, this will be very easy, because the way that you just hold the yarn when you're crocheting is the same way that you would hold the yarn if you're knitting. Okay, let's do one more. Insert our hook from the front. I'm letting my yarn hang on this finger, and maybe let me just weave it through my fingers like this. Right, so the first stitch, we just let it off our knit like this. Okay, so you continue doing that. As you can see, as the thing goes bigger and bigger, it becomes way easier and you can knit faster. So as a beginner, you're not worried too much about a lot of things. You just want to get the general gist of how you do it. So you continue, my friends, to knit just like that. So it moves fast. You pick the yarn, poke, you poke, pick the yarn, poke, pick the yarn, poke, pick the yarn, and your finger is doing all the controlling of the yarn. Okay, pick, okay, like that. You continue just like that. Okay, let me do one last row on camera and you guys can see. Okay, poke, pick the yarn, come out, poke, pick the yarn, come out, poke, pick the yarn, come out, poke, pick the yarn, come out. See, so it can really go fast, really fast. So that is Continental. knitting. Okay, you see our garter stitch, both sides look the same. Okay, so this is the method that I actually like. Yeah, so that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. We're gonna make something with this stitch, so that you guys, once you learn a stitch, you can learn how to make something with it. Okay, good. I was almost unraveling it. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do check out my other videos where I do knitting and crocheting. Thank you so much. All right, bye bye.